Pokemon Shining Pearl, the Gen 4 remakes that, honestly, I'd seen had got people talking quite a bit online. Now, the general gist that I saw was that people thought that the game was majorly disappointing. I had a friend say that it was the first Pokemon game that they didn't even beat. So I made sure to prepare myself, knowing that this game was allegedly so bad and so disappointing, and given it was based off the inferior Diamond and Pearl instead of Platinum, I knew that I had to prepare myself for an experience that maybe wouldn't have been the best. This is the part where I tell you that I absolutely loved Pokemon Shining Pearl. Truth be told though, I actually really like the chibi art style, and them switching in and out, I think, is the best of both worlds. I think it only really falls apart in like a few very select areas of the story mode when it's trying to be a bit more serious, such as on Spear Pillar, you know, when that Palkia was being summoned. Gameplay wise, it's Pokemon. Keep in mind that the last Pokemon game I played before my Switch Lite died was Sword and Shield, so I need to get into Pokemon Violet and get to enjoy what an open world Pokemon experience can be. But I was able to slip into this experience so easily because it's basically just Gen 4, but with all the tweaks, updates, and creature comforts that have happened over time. You know, some Pokemon have updated typing, there's new moves that these Pokemon can learn since back in the day of Gen 4. And of course, there's stuff like the Experience Share, which I am going to praise that Experience Share from the rooftops. One area I didn't understand, and maybe that's on me, I want to preface that, it's probably on me, but I didn't understand the update to the contests. I went to join a contest, and I was met with a rhythm game. I did the rhythm game, and then it ended, and can you still win ribbons in this? Have I completely misunderstood how the contests work in this game? Overall though, I still had a lot of fun with this. I can totally understand people who maybe weren't satisfied with this experience, but I'm more than satisfied with it. Visually, I like the way the game looks. Of course, I love the music. It's remakes of the classic Gen 4 soundtrack, which I'd grown extremely nostalgic for. The battling, of course, has been updated to be even better than it was back in the day. All in all, I just really can't think of anything that was really a deal breaker in this experience, and I had a ton of fun, and I have to heartily recommend it to any Pokemon fan. In fact, if you're new to the series, it probably would be better to play this over the original Gen 4 games. I love them, and I'll still jump back to those old DS games, but I feel like this would be easier for newer fans to step into. And if you're someone who misses the good old days of Generation 4, and for anyone who's looking at me weird, Gen 4 came out in 2006, it's been nearly 20 years now.